31st of June, 31st of May, lockdown 4.0 ends. I want to go next to the national capital. Raghav Chadha, Aam Aadmi Party MLA, joins me at the moment to understand what's happening in Delhi. Raghav Chadha, we are talking on a day when Delhi has just experienced its highest ever spike. More than 1,000 positive cases have been registered. There are question marks over now mortality figures. Is Delhi ready to open up further and take the risks after June 1st? What is it that you want from the 1st of June that you didn't get in lockdown 4?
Well, Mr. Sardesai, the Chief Minister of Delhi, was perhaps the first person in the country to say that we will have to learn to live with this virus. And we cannot be in a perpetual state of lockdown. The entire country was put on pause for a purpose, and the limited purpose that was that the state governments, respective state governments, to prepare their public health machinery as well as the infrastructure.
Right.
We in Delhi have managed to do that. We have adequate number of beds, critical care units, oxygen beds, PPE kits, ventilators, so on and so forth. And we are prepared for a position even if matters go from bad to worse. Now, we did anticipate that the moment we give some amount of relaxation, there will be a spike in the number of cases.
Right.
And we at the government of Delhi feel that the critical number to look at is not the number of positive cases, but the number of lives that we've lost. It's the mortality rate that we need to look at. And the single focus of the Chief Minister of Delhi is to ensure that the mortality rate in Delhi is brought down and we save every single life.
But we've seen that's precisely it. In the last 24-48 hours, as more details are coming out from hospitals like Safdarjung in Delhi, the numbers of mortality rates are also worrying. The number of deaths seem to be higher than what you projected initially.
I will give you a 2-point response to this. Point number one is that there are hospitals like the Safdarjung and RML that did not even publish their figures, the death figures, for the last 60 days. They declared only 4 deaths, and suddenly at the end of 60 days, they come out with a laundry list of 54 people and say these 54 have also lost their lives because of COVID-19. So there was an artificial spike in the number of lives that we've lost because for some reason or the other, the documentation of Safdarjung RML was not in place, and we could say perhaps that they did not furnish the details, perhaps concealed it. And now that these details have come up, we have incorporated those numbers in our overall death tally. But let me point out one very significant thing, which is that if you were to compare Delhi with Gujarat, because both are comparable, both of them have the identical number of positive cases, roughly 15,250 in both states. And the death rate, the number of lives that we've lost, must also be compared. Delhi, there are 15,200 cases and the number of lives that we've lost is 300. Gujarat has the same number of infection cases, but the lives that one has seen lose,
Raghav,
that have lost is 900.
Therefore,
so
I come back to it.
The mortality rate.
Therefore, I come back to it. How much are you ready to open up? Can we see, do you want malls? Do you want schools? There was some talk that Delhi wants schools open from the 15th of June.
Well, look, Mr. Sardesai, this is something that is being, as you out of all people know this very well, that the Disaster Management Act is in place. And it really does not depend on what the state wishes to do. The union government will come out with this guideline.
No, what is your wish? What is the wish of the Delhi government? How far does the Delhi government want to go with malls, with schools in opening up after the 1st of June?
Look, as far as the nitty-gritties of opening up and unwinding this lockdown is concerned, that have been conveyed and will be conveyed at the level of the Chief Minister and the Prime Minister. I am given to understand that a conversation is happening and the Home Minister himself has called all Chief Ministers to seek their inputs. Yes. I hope that more legroom is given to states to tinker with the lockdown guidelines and ensure that, the commanders-in-chief of those respective states, which are the chief ministers, open the things that they wish to open and limit the area or contain the areas that they wish to contain. But you see, at the end of the day,
do you want metro services open? Do you want metro services open, which you wanted for lockdown 4.0? Very quickly, do you want them opened or not?
Well, Mr. Sardesai, I am not at liberty to disclose all this. It is for the Chief Minister to speak to the Prime Minister and share all this. But I must say that we are certainly in favor of gradually yet cautiously moving towards the opening of this lockdown. It cannot be a perpetual state of lockdown. And I also in the same breath do concede that life will not go back to normal till the time there is a vaccine. And therefore, you see that the government of Delhi is not merely focusing on lockdown and giving relaxations, but it's also spending and giving a lot of focus on R&D. And therefore, you see, therapies like the plasma therapy and
Raghav,
other medicines that are being tried and clinical trials are being conducted to actually come up with a solution of this disease.
Okay, I want to leave it there, Raghav, because we're getting...
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.